I'm extremely sorry. The second video that I have uploaded, there was some technical snag, so the voice you cannot hear after certain part. So I'm again repeating those things, this story. So what happened? I was describing that how he hired an instructor and how by piece he was made into a good swimmer. So the instructor in October he determined to learn swimming. He decided to get an instructor. He practiced swimming in a pool for 5 days a week, an hour each day. The instructor put a belt around him and attached a rope to the belt that went through a pulley and ran on an overhead cable. He held on to the end of the rope as he swam, but fear never left him. 3 months later, he felt little relaxed. He had learned to exhale underwater and raise his nose and inhale. He practiced that hundreds of times. Gradually, the fear of putting his head underwater and left him. The instructor then taught him to kick with his legs. At first, his legs seemed stiff, but slowly they relaxed, and finally, he developed complete control over him. Thus, bit by bit, the instructor created a swimmer. He could swim length of the pool, and the instructor had done his job. But here the author says that the instructor was done, but I was not. Okay, the instructor was finished, but I was not. That means he was not satisfied with only swimming in the pool. He was still not confident enough that he could swim in the river and in the lakes. So what he did, despite that he was still not confident and wondered that if he would be terror stricken when he was alone in the pool, he tried swimming alone, but memories of that accident flooded back to haunt him. He tried to comfort his terror by swimming longer, but still he could not conquer his fear. Then, in order to overcome the fear, he took another step. He went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire, dived off a dock at Triggs Island, swam 2 miles across lake to Stamp Act Island. Just once in the middle of the lake he felt scared, but he swam on. To reassure himself that he got over his fear, he went to the Titan, to Conrad Meadows, to the Conrad Creek Trail, to Maid Glacier, and camped in the high meadow by side of the warm lake. The next morning he swam across to the other shore and back, and he was then certain that he had conquered his fear. Douglas felt that only those who have known the terror and conquered it understand how he felt. When one dies, one finds peace, but in terror there is only fear of death. He recalls Roosevelt's statement that one must only be afraid of fear itself. The writer experienced both feeling of dying and horror and fear of it that can produce. His determination to live grew even stronger. Thereafter, and after conquering the fear that gripped him, he was absolutely free. Now, this part is very important. You will have to remember all the places that has been mentioned. In fact, you have to mug up the places where, because in the board, if the question comes that what did he do to overcome his fear finally, then you will have to mention all these places. So better you underline and you learn it by heart, all the places he went in order to practice more and to finally throw away the fear. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you in this context is why Douglas narrates this incident to the readers, to his readers. Is it just the recounting of his childhood experience? No. He wants to share something more with his readers. So what is it? Douglas as an adult recounted the childhood experience of terror and how he conquered it. He not only learned to swim but conquered his fear of water. He was terrified of 2 unpleasant experiences of childhood, those who had led him to steer clear of water, but he finally managed to overcome his fear and swam like dog Corbin. He was overjoyed at having conquered the crippling fear of water that was always haunting his mind. Douglas feels that fear is not peaceful. He had experienced both the sensation of dying and terror it produced. He realized that richness of life is found in adventure. According to him, adventure develops self-reliance and independence, unlike fear that confined him and limited his scope. Fear leaves a small and narrow world to explore that is opened up only when one conquers it. So, if you are afraid of something, you can never succeed in your life. This is also one of the major themes that he wanted to convey to his readers. So he recounts his childhood experience. So that's all for today, children. Thank you so much.